Okay, should we turn this thing on? Ooh, giddy up, I guess. Ooh, let's turn. Whoa! And we're on. I guess let's get going. Let me know if the desktop audio is too loud. I'm going to try to turn that down now that we're on. Just trying to get to the right mood. I found my music list again, so we can play some jazz in the background, because I like the jazz. Nice calming jazz. Jazz. How's it going, guys? King of Spades. Angel, how's it going? Tiago. Joannery. Probably how you say it. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna continue where we left off last week, and just try to make this chick look good. Probably add her. My goodness, she's so off. Maybe add some nice details this week of like a body. I don't know where I'm looking. I'm like looking over here. There's absolutely nothing over here. Anyways, yes, Blands. Welcome. Hopefully the mic is sounding okay. Just trying to fine tune everything. If you see me adjusting my headphones a lot, it's because I've got this weird ear thing going on. That's for my migraines, and so I can communicate with aliens. We're testing it out. It's like a little electrical circuit that runs into this little battery pack right here. It's really cool. Who knows if it's going to work or not, but migraines suck. If I could punch one thing in the balls, it would be migraines. Can I say that on the Pixelogic stream? Ooh. I am supporting the ZBrush shirt today, which is great, as we're just a few weeks away from the ZBrush Summit, which I'm super stoked about. I'm not going to be there, but I'll be watching. I'm very, very excited about some of the presenters that are going to be there. So let's first make her eyes not look like poo. Dun, dun. Now I can't hear any of the music. Did the music stop? It stopped. Superman. Yes. My desktop music stopped. Did I kill all music? There it is. Okay, there we go. We're set. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Seems really loud. Okay, we're just going to paint a little bit today. We're just going to paint. Oh yeah, I've already screwed these eyes. But that's okay. All this is just temp anyways. Oh, samples. These are eyes down and dirty 101. These eyes will be like extremely temp. But they'll get the job done. So pretty. Man, this website's having some issues today. We're just going to do a reload is what we're going to do. Reload. Try that. Okay. Well, you guys let me know if you have any questions. If not, I'm just going to keep going at it. Field object. Wow, she has got some stuff going on there. These eyes will have to be replaced completely right now because they are driving me crazy. I mean, these eyes are a bit crazy big. So we'll see if this actually works or not. What's going on, website? He used to be my friend. Okay, let's see if that eye works any better. Fill object. I think that eye's gonna work better. It's just a temp eye anyways. Like, what the deuce, right? We'll just temp eye it. New eye. New eye. New eye. Probably can't see that I'm typing A-Y-E. Eye. New eye, says I. Yeah, that looks way better than whatever crap that I did. Let's just delete that and forget that it ever happened. Delete, forget that it ever happened, and it has been forgotten. Okay, now let's just make some quick changes to the face before I add eyelashes. If you guys have any questions of like, what the deuce are you doing? Say, hey Redbeard, what the deuce are you doing? And I'll try to answer. I'm going to be a little tired today. I just got home from work like an hour ago. Working on some stuff for the JJ. If that, I can't say that, but I just did. So, just did. And you guys can hear me, I'm assuming. Can you hear me? What the deuce? Okay, good. Good, so you can hear me. Things that I love the most are like stepping away from a project and like coming back and being like, what in the world did I do? What was I thinking? What was I on? But for the purposes of this podcast, no. Hi, Matt. Was it ever decided what was going on at the end of that string? What? You're going to go, you can't hear me? Oh, no. Let's see. Should be on. Can you guys hear me? Hi, Matt. Was it ever decided what was going on at the end of that string? Oh, goody. What string? My string? This string? I don't know. Can you be more specific, Dry Otter, of what you were talking about? What string? Okay, good. Any advice on how to sculpt hair like mine? You know, there is, with the new blend shapes that they have, the curve shapes, you can do some really cool stuff. And by just making like a few hair primitives, it's like some solid base shapes, and just making strong, like, just make them out very flat and planar, but having the detail in them, so when you like hit D, they subdivide and they smooth really nicely. This girl is so bug-eyed. I love it. Okay. That's better. Let's see. I mean, we could push that nose up just a little bit more. Okay, let's see if we can get some music going on again. Oh, it was a joke. I get jokes. Oh, what's the end of this string? Yeah, so it is this. Let me show you. This is a two-part thing. Dun dun dun. Let's go to my Instagram. Go into my Instagram to see things. So this is at the other end of that string. So if you see the whole thing, it is a girl riding a bike pulling a girl on roller skates. So that's what's at the end of the string. Also, if you guys don't know, I have a hand tutorial that's for $15 and the Gumroad, wherever the Gumroad is, the Gumroad link, gumroad.com/redbeard, a shameful self-promotion plug. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. Well, that's what I just released on Monday. Glad people can hear me now. It's a joke. Sarcasm translates so poorly in text. If only we had like some sort of emoji that would translate. Is anybody getting the new iPhones? I just realized this because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge Apple fan. Big Apple fan. Like most of my life I've been on an Apple computer. This is my first time not having an Apple computer in my life, and I've actually love it. It's been great. Whoops. But I love drawing on the iPad Pro. It's easily hands down the best drawing experience on anything. And that includes like Wacom. Like the Apple Pencil's way superior to this fat thing here. And the accuracy is great. There's no lag on it. It is awesome. Anyways, what I'm getting to is that the iPhone X costs more than my iPad Pro, the brand new iPad Pro, with the case, with the pencil, and with like an accessory that I use with it. It's crazy that phone is so expensive. But it sure is pretty. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Waltrin. Yeah, I put a lot of effort into that hand tutorial to do something different, but also that's something that's like speeding up workflow and cleanliness and all that fun stuff. Okay, let's give this gal some eyelashes. And I hate working in silence. Don't let them lure you away from the Mac. I love the Mac. It's just, I want things not to be so expensive. And I also want Mac to... What am I doing? Oh, yes. I just want Apple to not raise prices because they feel like they can. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Why not? Okay. Now let's do this thing. I'm pretty sure I've shown how to do eyelashes on this before. Nothing. I don't do anything too crazy. Boop, 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 boop. If you hear kids screaming, it's because my kids are being put to bed right now. So if you hear that in the background, parenting! It is free of viruses, those Macs. I do like that. But I've also haven't really worried about this computer either. Delete hidden. Units first. I'm still like a big advocate for ZBrush making a iPad Pro version that maybe costs money. I'd be happy to pay money for it. Or they just, if you have a, you know, maybe if you have like a full license, then you can get the iPad app for free, or I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I keep messaging people about it. Like, you should just do it. It's great. Oh, it'd be so easy. Says the person that doesn't program. Yeah, there's something going on with this website. I'm going to try a different genre. And you're just going to get what this is. It's like a 90% chance that this is horrible. Yeah, even if it was like the core to start out with, I know like the biggest hurdles are probably like, well, how do you handle like the hotkeys? I mean, those are my first thoughts of like, well, how do you handle the hotkeys? Because in ZBrush, I use so many hotkeys. Like I hotkey nearly everything now, just because you can. Because ZBrush is so customizable, which is awesome. So like, how do you do that with a touch interface? All right. It'll allow you to spend more time with the wife. We're just going to hit classical. Cool. I wonder if they've changed something where you have to like log in now to use their website. It used to be all free. Oh no, I think I lost like half of this. Close, whoops. Close holes. Yep, I definitely lost half of it. Okay, well that makes things easy. That just means that you only have to worry about half. Yeah, and see, I don't want a keyboard connected to my iPad. Like that was the cool thing. So I had a Surface Pro for a while. I mean, I still do. I still use my Surface Pro. As again, my allegiances are belong to no man. I still have my Surface Pro, and the cool thing about the Surface Pro is you can program like custom floating hotkeys, which is awesome. Crease, uncrease all. Increase the edges. And then we will crease partial. Can we get something more exciting? Okay, that'll probably be okay with the eyelashes for now. We'll do one more, their bottom set. Word up, Diablo. Welcome to joining us. We're having so much fun today. Oh my gosh, the fun we're having. We're having so much fun. Maybe the iPad could use face gestures for... Yeah, you just blink and it would start to mask. And then you blink one eye to invert that mask. And then... Oh, wait. Yeah, I think that would be the biggest component. If you can figure that out, I think that would be like a brilliant idea. How to do the control system. I have ideas, but hard to put them into practice. Actually, what am I doing? This is going to be the bottom part. Like so. Turn off the hat. This lid needs to stay tiny. So we'll bring it out just a little bit out here. Make it tiny again. She looks great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what I want. Some like weird orchestra. There we go. Okay, now I'm just not gonna... Oh, she needs idle brows. My goodness. Let's see. Pick your nose to erase. Some good pizza. Yeah, basically we're just here at a party, Diablo. I mean, we're just hanging out, trying to make weird stuff. I'm trying to get as far as I can with her this time. Why am I in solo mode? Nothing special for the eyebrows. Split hidden. See, for like this part, like honestly, I just want something there, and I don't care what it looks like, as long as it's eyebrows. And if it reads as eyebrows, then we're great, beautiful. Or half the battle is right there. Make AR hotkeys. Oh, you just printed the skate croc body. Let's see it. Share pictures. The conspiracy of paper airplanes. I wish. Wouldn't that be a great conspiracy? Ah, the paper company has put it against us to do paper airplanes. Just gonna give some of these some color, whatnot. Okay, I think it's time to start building the body. I'm just going to be using a bunch of primitives for that. Normally, I don't necessarily like to already have the head, but because we have the head, we might as well just start building off that. Now, the problem with this we're going to run into, I'm just going to delete this. Deleted. Because I want to start with my primitives. Okay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's start splitting this off. Split hidden. Let's do some saves because I'm just doing stuff. Okay. Ooh, just posted to your Instagram. Nice. This page isn't available. Not available. Why isn't it available? You stay for the boobies. Oh, we'll get to the boobies. Oops. And I don't know why. Gonna have to fix her proportions to get them more like the cartoon. But it's gonna be okay, I guess, because I don't know why. She's got a really thick neck in this. Oops. Oh, your account's private. That's why we can't see. It's because you got all the Yeah, we don't want to. Don't look at the privateness. The privet. Is everybody on Instagram? I hope everyone is on Instagram. Instagram is my favorite thing. I don't do... I don't do Twitter at all. I hate Twitter. Mainly because I don't get it. But I know that Pixelogics does a lot of stuff on Twitter, but I don't follow anything on Twitter. So the stuff that I'm doing right now is I'm kind of like building out the planes. Like this is the rib cage, the top of the rib cage, and then it will kind of come down to this, and then this is like the abdomen meat. I'm just trying to visualize some of these things. I need music. What's happened? What's happened? The buildup is intense. It's because there's no sound. That's why this great site that used to have all this great music is now dead to me because it will no longer use. It won't stream music anymore. That's really sad. Okay. Uno más? Nope, we're going to go back. Hey, Kyle, we weren't just saying stuff about you. Everybody, say hi to Kyle. We sure do love Kyle. Because anytime that he asks me to do something, I say, oh yeah, I'll do it. It'll be like 5 seconds. And then like 2 weeks or months later, I actually get to it. So we love Kyle. Ooh, did you post it as your thing unlinked on private now? Hey! Nice! Hey, that's looking really good. What size is that at? I don't have my gator here today, but what size is that at, Diablo? It's so cool to see other people print it and see it like work. Time to zmodeler things. Full size, 150 million. That's awesome. That's a good size. And you're using an Ultimate Maker? Is that what I saw? Let's grill Kyle while he's here. I should check Slack. I should check Slack. I should check Slack. Let's grill Kyle while he's here of like what's going to happen. What surprises does Pixelogic have in store for us for the ZBrush Summit? What surprises? Ooh, the Ultimate Maker 2. And don't tell anyone, Kyle, that I'm still using the original transpose tool over the gizmo. I love the gizmo. But I don't know if I'll ever not be in love with just that good old transpose tool. Ooh, yes. Are you using ABS or PLA? Transpose isn't dead. Good. I'm glad that somebody's on my side. Don't tell Joseph or Paul. And don't tell Paul that I'm not a right clicker either, because he'll get mad at me. Because I told him I'd switch. I promised. I told him I'd switch. PLA. Team Gizmo. I knew you were here. I like the Gizmo. Let's not get me wrong. But, like, I use it for 4% of the time. The other times, I'm just, like, strictly transpose tool. It's just something I know. I fear change. I am like Garth Algar. I hope people know the reference of who Garth Algar is. And he fears change to Benjamin. I also fear change. Can please someone name that movie that I'm talking about? Please let there be somebody that can name that movie. I just look at you and I laugh and laugh. Let's see. Ooh. Are you guys working on some cool, fun stuff for the summit? I'm sure you guys aren't busy at all. Wayne's World, thank you. By the candlelight. Oh, oh. That was gonna be tough. If nobody got that, it was gonna be a sad day. Kyle told me earlier that he was going to tell us all one secret, right, Kyle, about the ZBrush Summit. Right? Right? There was going to be one secret that you were going to reveal only on this stream and to no one else, to nowhere else except for here. And it was going to be right now. And we're all very excited and waiting for it. That's why we're all here. And it is, what is it? What is it, Kyle? You said, you told me what it was in confidence, and I told you, okay, that would be great. What is it, Kyle? Tell us. We're all waiting. I'm just joking, guys. I'm trying to get Kyle to tell us the secrets, and he's probably not going to do it. He's all professional. Kyle is a professional comes. As professional as they come. I'm killing it. Next time. He told me, it was next time he's going to tell us all about what was going on. That's what it was. And you heard it right here. His word. Kyle said, my word, I'll tell you something cool about the ZBrush Summit next time. Like I hear the big thing is that ZBrush is changing their name to ZBrush. Nope, that's probably not right. Oh, well, that's not about the summit, though. Yeah, he did say so. He did say that Paul is coming back after the summit, but that's not about the summit. That's just after the fact. I can't wait to see what Paul does at the summit. It's like, if you ever just watch Paul interview people or introduce people, is like the most entertaining thing in the world. Mm-hmm. There it goes, quiet again. The BAM button. Paul's. He's the best. He's the best. Is everybody here? Hey, from Brazil. All right. Danuki, it is me. Or is it me? Did the original Redbeard perish in a fire years ago, which is the rumor on the street, or have I returned for a bit? From Colombia. Nice. Colombia. We love Colombia. She's actually probably closer to like yay tall. And my music dies again, right at like the crescendo. I've got like these movies that if I'm feeling like I need really good inspiration, that I need to watch, and I watch them over and over and over. I've added a new movie to that list. Make that pinnacle a little lower. The newest movie to my the Reginator. I can't read, guys. Welcome back. It's been so long. From the New World. Anyways, I added a new movie to my I need to get like inspired list. The original movies to that list are The Incredibles. I mean, that's just one of my favorite movies anyway. So like The Incredibles, and the Seabiscuit is one of those movies. If you guys need like deep inspiration, Seabiscuit is the way to go. Trust me, you'll be like, oh, it's a movie about a horse. No, it is a movie about the small guy winning, and with the right drive, and that's a great movie. Anyways, fantastic movie. And then people be like, well, what about Secretariat? Secretariat is not a good movie or inspirational. What it is, it's $1 million horse that was born to win and bred to win, and guess what he does? He wins. Not a great movie. Sorry, guys. I'll stop ranting about horses. Anyways, I added a new movie to that list, which is try that again. I added a new movie to my inspirational list, and that movie is... Sorry, I'm just like looking at the placement of this and want it to work. There we go. Is Whiplash, which is a great movie. It just came out like 2 years ago, I think. Anyways, fantastic movie. And was it J.K. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on this guy's name. He gives a great speech. What is it? J.K. Simmons. There we go. J.K. Simmons. I didn't have to look it up. It just came to me. Yes, the drummer guy. Excellent movie. Anyways, J.K. Simmons gives us great speech about like how we're killing our own culture by not telling people that they suck. that, you know, you need to be told you suck to help you. Like, good job is, like he says, are the two worst words in the English language is good job. And like after watching it, I'm like totally agree with him. Like, my goodness. And it's just that this idea that we're okay with medium, and we're not pushing people. Thanks, King of Spades. Cut me to my core. Anyways, what he's talking about is like we're not letting people achieve complete greatness because we're not pushing people hard enough. Like, my gosh, I'm stuck. I'm so hot. What is this? Okay. Rocking the Z-Man today. Anyways, sometimes you need to be hurt. You need to be told you suck. Like, I remember I thought I was like the bomb diggity, and what is this? Kyle's telling me to stop saying the word suck. Ooh, just kidding. Not Kyle. Someone else. And I'm just kidding about that too. Anyways, like before, when I thought I was the bomb diggity, like I showed my first piece I had finished, my first 3D thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm so great. And I showed it to this 3D teacher, and he told me that I sucked. In very nice terms. Like, he did. But he's like, you know what? This is not going to compete against everyone else that you're trying to compete against. Like, this is not going to hold up. And in very nice terms, he told me that I sucked and that I needed to spend, you know, way more time. If I really wanted to do it, I needed to dedicate way more time than I was. And he was completely right. And it was because of that I looked into different ways of learning 3D. And found something that would fit and also help me get out of the suck. Do. Keep going on that. Anyways, hey, welcome, first time viewing. Yes. You learned a lot from Whiplash and how to silent teachers with pure talent. There you go. Just silent them with pure talent. That arm's looking a little bit too long. We're getting there. We're building stuff. Ooh, look at this. Milk baths. Yes. Don't post. I tell people that was my number one thing that I tell people when they're like, hey, look at my portfolio. What do you think? I tell them to take off, because normally they'll have a bunch of crap on there and maybe 2 or 3 good things. Maybe sometimes that. Like, one guy told, basically you have one good thing in your portfolio that has 30 pieces in it. So focus on what you did right on that one thing and start from there. Right? And it was discouraging, but he's like, okay, I will. And he deleted all of his stuff and he kept that one thing. And, you know, I think he's actually like busting out some really cool stuff now. Nope. Gonna do a slight squeeze a squish. And then let's do a measurement. Probably go shorter. Anyway, sometimes you need to be told you suck, and that's okay. Because if you're going to succeed, then you need... Everyone sucks at one point in their lives. Nobody comes out being great at everything. Unless you're Kyle, which he actually does, you know, he is great at everything that he does from the beginning. But we all can't be Kyle. That should be a shirt. We all can't be Kyle. Kyle, will you work on that, making that shirt? We all can't be Kyle. You say it to people all the time, Diablo. Well, good. Don't make them cry, though. Like, you can't just... I mean, I guess you can. According to Whiplash, you can make them cry. So never mind. I take it back. And I'm going to do a cheat here. I'm going to use one of my new hands from the tutorial I just released. Because I can. Anyways, if you want to learn how to do hands, I'm going to do another shameful self-promotion. Go to gumroad.com/redbeard, which is the link is in below. Anyways, I just released this new tutorial on how to sculpt stylized hands. Let's see if this even pulls up. It's not going to pull up. Anyways, it's here. Let's just do one of these. This is so much better. Anyways, it's a 3-hour tutorial. Instruction the whole time. Very little time lapse in that 3 hours. Like in the 3 hours, there's probably a little like 15 to 20 minutes. Not even that. Probably 15 minutes total of like time lapse. It's very instructional. It's very like oriented to how to learn how to make an appealing hand off of shapes and forms and what makes a good hand and what makes a bad hand. So that, if it's $15, just released it on Monday. And I'm going to use one of my hands from that because why not? Let's see here. Yeah, just use this hand. Because who knows? And normally I like to block in everything from scratch. But let's save time and kind of see what you can do with... Oh, goodness. See, it's times like this that I like to use the gizmo. Nice, broski. Yes. Diablo. Oh, yes, I post all my crap on Instagram. I'm right there with you, King of Spades. All my crap goes right there. Dude, the advanced... I put a lot... I just actually added, Tiago, I just added subtitles to that advanced female design course. So it's like 27 hours total. And I just went in and added subtitles for everything in that, which goes really well for like people that are not quite fluent in English but can understand reading it a lot better. So that's what I did there. Now let's make this hand more feminine. Oops. Getting lazy arm. Just resting it on the table. Oh, nice. Hey, thanks, Diablo. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Like, I love seeing what people are doing with the tutorials and kind of see, you know, how you're applying some of the stuff that you're learning. It's always, it gets me stoked to do more. Why? I've got a few more planned that I should be working on in the next, that I am working on actually currently, but they should be coming out soon, within the next month or so. So if you have ideas for stuff you want to see, feel free to comment right now and see if they line up with some of the stuff I'm planning. We're just going for it. Hey, thanks, Seagull Rush. To Seagull Rush. Thanks for coming by. Oh, that's fine. Yes, the hand meat. I love a good hand meat. I'm gonna delete all these other things. Look at this. Boom. Just did that. I just done it. Do we have our people from Colombia still here? I used to, well, I still do actually from time to time. I listen to my Spanish albums, my Oreja de Van Gogh and Maná and Zapatillas, and what are the other bands I listen to? I have my whole like El Sueño de Morfeo. It's great. I love Sueño de Morfeo. Ah, Waldron, thanks for stopping by. I do go over old hands and female hands, and I don't do children hands, but they're very similar to the hand that I made, and I explained the difference between them in that video actually. Yeah, where is everyone from actually? I'd love to come to Argentina. We went down to as far as Arequipa in Peru. My wife and I backpacked through there. We actually lived in Ecuador for a bit, for a spell. I loved it. I really wanted to go, and I think our initial plan was to get to Argentina so we could go down to Patagonia, but we ran out of money. So, but I used to speak pretty decent Spanish. My Spanish has suffered quite a bit because I don't practice as much, you know. When you live with people who speak Spanish and you live in a culture that speaks Spanish, it's way easier than trying to keep it up in a community that nobody speaks Spanish. I mean, my wife speaks Spanish too. She actually speaks really well. But we just don't have a lot of people to practice with, which is sad because I love speaking Spanish. And I used to be good at it. Now I'm just saying, like, I'm okay, but it takes me a while to get back into it. Oh man, I would love to go to Dominican Republic. I would love to go. I've heard great things about the scuba diving in the Dominican Republic that I would love, but also be terrified of because the sea is a terrifying place to be. It's just full of hey. Anyways, the sea is terrifying. The ocean's scary. There's all these beasts in it. Nobody understands it. How far does the ocean goes down? Nobody knows. I mean, I think people know, but they shouldn't know because it's terrifying. But I wish this was like good Spanish music that we were listening to. But I don't also want to stop it. Arkansas. I love Arkansas. I've got some friends in Arkansas. I didn't just go to Arkansas, but I went to Arkansas to visit some friends in Little Rock next to the bus factory that was in Arkansas. Oh, Alaska. That's not Arkansas? A-K, is that not Arkansas? Or is that AR? Yes! Thank you! Even for a Navy SEAL, they scare you. That is comforting to know because, freak, man. Terrifying. Okay, I can't listen to bad Spanish music. We'll see what this is. Boy, do I wish we could just listen to good music. There's strange things in the water. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, what is this? I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna stick with what was sent me. And it's playing. And it's playing. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna listen to the Sprung Mix 2015 from Diablo. Thank you, Diablo, for supplying the music for tonight. What kind of music do you guys listen to when you're sculpting or drawing or arting or just free time stuff? I fluctuate between like classic rock, jazz, Michael Jackson, and I consider Michael Jackson its own. I know it's pop, but I consider him his own genre of music because I listen to just that when I listen to Michael Jackson and nothing else. Anyways, what do you guys listen to? Boom. Classic rock, yes. Gotta love you. Gotta love the classic rock. House, trance, okay. I love instrumental. If you just want instrumental stuff to get you in the mood, Explosions in the Sky is like, if I need to mellow out, I'll do Explosions in the Sky because it's good stuff. hair back on, start seeing stuff. Ooh, look, and now we can start molding the hair again. What great fun. Jazz bluegrass, nice. See, I just love that. It's so good. I love a good instrumental stuff. I'm not worrying about the hair. I just want some shapes back there just to see how the proportions are going. Now she needs boobies. That's probably perfect. The hat's probably the one thing I'm gonna. I do have to say that the gizmo tool is great for placing boobies. And please don't leave your boobs as just like big balls when you make them. I catch the ironicness of what I just said there. But don't just make them big balloons. I'll probably have my wife walk in right now as I'm making the boobs. Always happens. She's gotten so used to it though. Like, oh, you're just making more boobs again, aren't you, Matt? Yep. What's Coltrane? That is always the case. Yes, it is. We're going to make the clavicle right here. And we're going to add in a loop. Reinforce the clavicle. Just start building out this chest a little bit. Matt, can you make morph targets for breasts in ZBrush? I don't see why you wouldn't. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, my boobs are a part of my hair. Sure. What do you want to do for morph targets for breasts and ZBrush? Like keep store like a breast target and use that always. I'm a 4-year-old boy. My wife says my wife said that once I told her to come over so I could tell if I was doing it right. Well, you gotta know. Actually, I have my wife come and check them all the time, like especially when I'm making boobs. She's like, "Oh, those are too big and stupid." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Or like, "Ooh, those are nice." If I can have my wife say that, then I know that I've done a good job with boobs. I didn't ever mirror this over. Let's do a save. I haven't saved this thing in a long time. Oh boy. Zero 2. Save in ZBrush. Hey, art stuff. Yes, welcome back. Yeah, this is just a new model. We did the head last week, and I'm now just kind of blocking out the hand. Or not the hand, the body. This is one of... So she is a girl that I drew on Instagram. Let's get to my Instagram. So she's one of these girls that I drew on Instagram. So she'll be being pulled by someone on a bicycle. This is a nice mellow mix, Waltrin. Wait, Diablo did this. It's a good, nice, mellow mix. I like this. Making that cake. I spend a lot of time. I mean, you guys all, if you've ever watched me stream or model, I spend a lot of time in a really low land because I know what can happen if you subdivide up too quickly, and a lot of things are ruined by doing that. So I try to make sure, the basic curves. I've got my arcs here. This should be there. Then it goes there to there. Same with the arms. Up, diagonals. So this diagonal could go doot 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 doot. Let's turn off the hair for a bit so we can do the bum. Yeah, Walter, that's the best. If your wife is not afraid to hurt your feelings by telling you that your stuff sucks, then you've got a good woman. My wife tells me all the time, she's like, that's just, you don't want to post that. That's just horrible. Or, well, that could be good, but look better if you didn't have one of these. Okay, butt pad, do your work. Let's see. Our proportions are looking okay. Oh no. There we go. Yeah, could be fun, even to like if I could figure out how to print them, would be fun too. Hair, back to hair. This hair is just too high for me, like too high poly. That's better. I can just focus on some simple shapes back again. Boy, do I love simple shapes. A competition for my followers? What? No, I haven't. What were like? What kind of competition? Like, do I mean that could be a really good idea actually to do just a little competition for the followers. If I could get some cool prizes or, you know, something like a cat, like you win an actual cat, but not like a kitten or a cat of your choice, but like just a cat. That would be fun though. TDs. Thanks for coming by. Suknikazu. Yeah, I'll have to think about that because that could be fun to do. I'd want to do it right though, like make sure that it's worth people's time and that, you know, people that are doing it get something out of it. Bum might be just a bit too big and too low. Just popping it up a little bit. She has no hands. Okay, that's probably where I want to keep it for this section. Just want to make sure some of these planes are here. You get the line of the tibia in there. Ooh. You can help with cool prizes. You got hookups? Love a good hookup. Well, send me a message, either on Facebook or Instagram, or just email me then. Diablo, if you have some ideas. Where can you enter? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how this competition even started. So enter to the left of the entrance. Oops. Oh yeah, maybe their own 3D print T-shirts. Good idea. Yeah, yeah. Just hit me up on Facebook. Um, grab another beer and pizza. Who who was doing that? King of Spades is doing pizza. Save. Let's start combining things. Just thinking if there's anything I want separate. Probably the butt for now. But all the rest of it I will keep as that. And now I can Dynamesh and keep geometry. Keep, where did my Dynamesh go? Keep groups. $4 million. What? Ooh. Let's get it down. Gosh. That's better. Dynamesh. Okay, well, it looks, I need about, let's do a 5-minute break. Oh no! What'd I do to the head? I've got masked things on, that's why. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I will be back. Just need to grab a snack or something. Okay. Be back in 5. Ding, ding, ding. And I'm back. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can turn off this thing. Kazow! Let's see, what did I miss? The doors? What? Hey, the end? This isn't the end. This is not. I'm on for one more hour. You don't know what to do with your life anymore. Try living. Living life and laughing and loving. I'm just hiding is what I'm doing. Scream stream. Well, as far as cool jobs, we're working on some cool stuff still at Chair. Nothing that we can share with anyone yet. But I will say that today the stuff that I was working on was being sent to Mr. J.J. Abrams. So that's kind of cool to hear. So we'll see what he says. You know, hopefully he says it doesn't suck, but if he does, then it will probably only get better, right? Movie time. Yes. He's putting heaps of lens flares. I did. I just put a lot of lens flares on the stuff that I was working on, and just knew that he'd understand. He would get it. Heaps of lens flares. That's hilarious. Shoulders looking mighty small. Character design? No, it's not. It has nothing to do with Star Wars. I can say that. So Chair, the company that I work for, we're working on a project called Spyjinx, and that is in partnership with Bad Robot and Mr. J.J. Abrams. Oh boy! Whoa! Whoa there! So we're working on this project together, and I am the one of two character designers. The other character designer is Bert Lewis, who's an awesome character artist as well. And we're making these characters. Oh my gosh, that just looks like complete shit. Sorry guys. Whoa. What am I doing? Anyways, it's a cool project. Hopefully, we'll be able to tell you more one day about it. But it is a fun project to be working on. We'll make this look better, guys, I promise. Juggling flare on it. What's my 3D printer printing? I'm currently, my 3D printer is just sitting here doing nothing, staring at me, asking. He's just looking at me like, why aren't you printing with me, Matt? What's going on here? And I feel really bad. So I think I'll probably print one of the hands. Maybe do like a giveaway of the hand if people want that. I don't even know if people want that. Or I'll just do it anyways. Have a hand on my desk. That's a horrible 8th rib. Right there. Remember, this is just first pass, guys. First pass. just going to simplify that. Man, this is starting to look like push. Mush push. We'll come back to the abs. We'll just make that. Cut that in. And we will focus on the abs later. Let's get these other landmarks in. Like the iliac crest. Oh, love good iliac crest in the morning. I mean, what printer? I meant, what are you setting on it? What am I setting on my printer? This thing? This is just one of the tutorials I taught. And I just printed it off on to see how well it would print on a Prusa. It does a fine job. I mean, it's still not going to be the Form 2 printers or the Form Lab printers, but I still love it. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, that tracer. The tracer back, if you know what I mean. What kind of printer do I have? I have a Prusa MK3, which is a decent printer. I know of the Monoprice printer. I've never printed with it, but I do know that it's for the price range, it may be a good option. It seems to be not crazy expensive, and I haven't heard bad things about it. So, but I haven't really heard anything about it other than it's a good deal. Got to get these planes back in there. Kind of losing my planes. just focus loosely on the kind of planes that I want. Yeah, I think the print quality is pretty decent on the Prusa. Yeah, I think I'd like to check out, like, at least see some samples from the monoprice and see just how well it does compared to like the Prusa. The Prusa, one of the main reasons I got it was for it, like the reliability is really good for an FDM printer. You know, once you figure out like what prints well and what doesn't. Let's bring that section back in just a bit. Kind of the interesting thing about being a 3D character artist is like you become so well versed in these areas of human anatomy that you never thought you'd like study full on to like to master. I never grew up like in school thinking, you know what, I'm gonna master how to sculpt the butt. Why would I sculpt all the detail? You know, that is a good question. Honestly, like I do it because I want to make sure that the anatomy underneath is solid. Because if it's not, then the clothes on top aren't going to look good. So, yeah, I know that all this is going to be covered up, but I still want, pull that crest back in a little bit. I still want everything, it to be mostly, I know it's stylized and all, but it still should have the key parts of the anatomy like this iliac crest just subtly in there. Yes, tell your wives that. The Redbeard told you have to do it every time. And because by sculpting, like especially like the butt, you'll get a much better shorts out of sculpting like a good gluteus maximus. If you take time to like actually have some of this detail in there. I mean, again, I won't have everything, but I'll have some things. Yeah, as far as the production pipeline, it can slow you down a little bit, but again, I do kind of look at this thing as like I do with every character that I make still. Guys, girls, I will sculpt all the underlying anatomy, even if they're fully clothed. Just so you get, just so I know that like the stuff that I'm putting on is gonna work. You know, there's so many things that like, oh, that I can't figure out why this character looks like poop, and it's most likely something in the underlying anatomy or something in the underlying proportions is jacked, but you can't really see that. When you're just like looking at the character as a whole, but if you break down the character, then you can most likely see it. I mean, I see characters all the time that are posted to, you know, any forum, and you know they look cool, but there's something, you know, something wrong with it, and it's most likely, most of the time, it's like it's not following, especially stylized characters. It's pretty easy to see what's wrong with like realistic characters, why they don't look right, because I'm like, oh, that's not how the physical anatomy looks. But like with stylized characters, where you don't necessarily need to have all the anatomy, you still have to have like the majority of placement of things. Like if proportions are way off and they're not consistently off, then it's gonna look funky. It's all about like proper design technique, I guess. Like I won't spend too much time on this foot as I'm just gonna put a big skate on it, but I do want some shapes to be there. Just upgraded your PC to 32 gigs. That's awesome. Yeah. I've got Dark Place. This is awesome. We're doing good. Yeah, my computer's got 64 gigs of RAM. It's kind of overkill. I've got a lot of this thing is overkill, but it's good stuff. Flaky cable. Yeah, I do love anatomy, and this is like kind of just there's no expectation for this, which is nice because it's just my own thing. So like I can follow the concept as close as I want, or you know, I can design the anatomy the way that I want, which is also a lot of fun, but still keeping in with design principles that make things look good or will break your project. That ball. There's some things going on with that arm that I'm not happy with. It's a hexagon, yeah. Oh, you gotta know those hexagons. Oh, I missed so much here. I just got a green screen. Oh, green screen, cool. Nice. Do you find that redoing the proportions makes the details get a bit distorted? No, only if you're doing it at like high density, like high what's the word that I'm looking for? Like if I'm trying to reposition things when the mesh is super high, then yeah, like you're gonna get some funkiness. But that's why I try to stay really low for a long time. Gonna do something really weird here, guys. I apologize for this awkwardness that this is gonna cause. Now that I was happy, I'm getting to the point where like I don't want to Dynamesh this anymore. So like I'm mostly getting happy with where the proportions are. And I'll probably do one more Dynamesh. But that oops, will happen when I get the boobies on there. Which, let's do that. Let's just get the boobies on there. Do a save. So what do I think about the flat earth theory? The flat earthers. Flat earthers are great. The great thing about flat earthers is they're actually they're pretty much like any other group out there where you can, what they're proving is that you can prove your point no matter what your point is. Like the flat earthers, like it's so beyond stupid what they believe and like how they believe it, but it just goes to show that there's this idea out there that like it doesn't really matter what you believe, like you're just going to people will just dig their heels in, and you're not going to change someone's beliefs or someone's like viewpoint because whoa, I lost my pressure sensitivity. You're not going to change someone's viewpoint because they're just going to dig, unless it's like a mutually respected environment. They're just going to dig their heels in and you're just going to dig your heels in more. So this whole like idea of this flat earthers, like I guarantee they probably know that they're wrong. There's so much evidence in science and earth and everything that proves that they're wrong. But it's just it's just the classic case of people digging your heels in. It's like trying to convince a Republican they should be a Democrat, or a Democrat that they should be a Republican, and it's kind of ridiculous. Like, you just, people digging their heels in and not really caring what the other side says or really listening. It's just that. So the flat earthers is a prime example of that exact thing. But the ideas of like some of the things that they believe, of like, they found a hidden journal of someone who got to the edge of the earth and it just said, I've been to the edge of the earth, I've seen it with my eyes, and it's incredible. Like, that kind of theory, or like mythology is what I like to call it, is awesome. It's fun to like think about, like, oh, someone got to the edge of the earth, the edge of like some conspiracy, and they were on their way back to with pictures to prove it, and they died. Oh man, wouldn't that be great? I think that's kind of cool. I think I actually remember like watching a documentary in elementary about someone that was like trying to find the edge of the earth in elementary. And they had found it apparently, and that's exactly what they were like, on their way back, and they died in some snowstorm. They died, yes. Let's see what we got here. Thanks, Angel. Right, you have to, well, in any like true debate, well, not debate, any like conversation of things. Let's turn off hair and hat so we can see, is to like go in with the idea that people are actually people, and that you're not, people can have different viewpoints than you, and that's okay, and different beliefs and different backgrounds, and that's just fine, and that people can be people. I think if we remember that, things just get a lot better. Yeah, you can apply that to any point of view. You can pretty much, truth, I feel, is relative. It's so relative to people's viewpoints, and like something that is true for me can be false for someone else, and vice versa. Like, truth is a very relative thing. Can be a very relative thing, I should say. Atlantis. They did find it. I love Atlantis. Like, the idea that there was this society that was super advanced, and they kind of had their own hubris and was destroyed. Like, that idea, like, is so cool to me. And like, if it did happen, like, we need to find it. We need to go. But then, like, there's the whole Inner Earth Society, and I don't know if you guys have heard about that, where people believe that the Earth is actually hollow, and this back's looking weird. Just gonna smooth that out for now. We'll figure that out later. That the Earth is hollow, and we're gonna get these boobies just slightly closer together. There we go. And that there's like these ancient civilizations, like the Anunnakis down there, for some reason too, and there's these blue people and green people and all the alien galaxy travel agencies down there. So you've got, it's like a landing port, and like you enter through the Antarctica, and it's actually kind of fun to listen to. And I'm like, well, what if that's just actually Atlantis? Atlantis didn't sink into the ocean. It just fell into the middle of the earth, and it's just there hanging out. Merge down. Ooh, we're going to have to get a little higher. The Inner Earth Society is fun to listen to. And the Inner Earth has its own sun in there. That is hilarious. Has its own sun in there, and like these huge caverns, and this guy goes in, and like the one story that I listened to, like this guy is basically just talking about how he was this chosen one, and he shouldn't have even been there, but all the Inner Earth people just wanted to talk to him, and then there was this super hot, beautiful Inner Earth chick, and he basically makes it sound like he banged her, and it's just so dumb. So dumb. Unless it's true, and then like, way to go, I guess. Oops. Working on the boobs every night and day. It is legit dark place. It that is, and there's the conspiracy that Disney does know about these things, and they're slowly telling people through their stories that they exist. That they're like in through all of their movies, they're actually just subliminally teaching kids that like these are all okay theories to have, or they're all real, and so when they come out, that there no one will be like too surprised or crazy, or like, oh yeah, you're just like Nemo, or something like that. And then you have like the other side of that, which is like Hollywood knows about all the aliens, and they're in cahoots with the government to keep making alien war movies so that we'll be afraid of the aliens, so that eventually the government can make a Black Flag event where they fake an alien attack, and that makes us think that aliens are wrong, and then when the aliens really come, we're like, no, you attacked us, and then they'll be like, no, that was your government, and they're like, no, our government would never lie to us, and then they'll be like, oh wait, what about all those times the government lied to us? And then be like, oh yeah, okay, aliens, you cool, you cool. Talking llamas are real. And Lilo and Stitch is actually just the true story of what's his name? Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin as Stitch. Gonna bring these down just a little bit. Seem like they're riding just a little high. Okay, I gotta change the music. This has been great, but now it's just too repetitive and I can't deal with it anymore. It's too repetitive. Boom. Okay. Let's see what we have. I wanna. What do I think of the new iMac Pro? I think the new iMac Pro is the right step for Apple to be making. Do I think it is? I think it's a pretty expensive machine, but it's also like, it's really good, but it's also expensive for what it is. It looks cool. I like the black. I like that they're adding in, you know, those graphic card X, like you could add different graphics cards to it by getting like an external graphics card and an external. This stuff I just don't want to be as prominent. Let's stylize this just a bit more. So I think that's the right way for them to go. It's just it's going to be an expensive, slow start, I think. Like, I think the real one people should get is probably the second version of the iMac Pro, which is normally true for most of what Apple does. It's like they normally do really well with their second iterations. Hi from South Korea. Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, South Korea. That's awesome. I think you're the first from South Korea that I know of joining us. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, really. Um, yeah, I very rarely buy the first generation. Actually, the only reason I got well, not the only reason. I normally would have waited to get the second version of the watch, but my awesome wife got it for me for Christmas, so it was awesome. Better proportions, okay. Um, oh, cool. So, Osaka, that sounds awesome. Yes. Question about the stylized eyes. How do you keep them from making them too big? Too big. Well, that is a good question. Really, it depends on the character because they can be too big. On stylized characters, you can have them too big. Like these, she's got really big ones. These are actually probably smaller than what they could be. So I'm like talking and realizing things that are bothering me. So it really there's no wrong way to do it. The key thing that I would say to do it, let's open up a Photoshop. The key thing that I remember that you need to do when you're hello. My goodness. Sorry about this, guys. Sure. So the key thing to remember when making the eyes, like even stylized eyes, like let's say we have a big character that there's like some big face and they've got these big giant eyes and like a little baby nose, but the eyes are really big and maybe, you know, huh? And they're always saying, huh? Anyways, so if you want to make big eyes like that, you can. You've got to realize, one, that these eyes inside are going to be huge. Like this big probably, and they're going to penetrate each other. So you kind of have to learn how to creatively cut them off and to use that for your own benefit. And also, like, you know, when little nose up here, make sure that you still have that little angle of where the top of the lid is. Like, see, this is the side of the eyes. You still want there to be an angle, because if they're flat, if the eye is like this and the lids are completely flat, it's just going to look weird. But if you keep that angle, even if they're big, this is a lot more appealing than, you know, when the eyelids are lined up. So you have these eyelids are slightly angled from here. These are the points that I'm talking about, from here to here. So try to, you know, you can cut them off, you can do the things you need to make them better, but try to have that angle, I think, is the best way to keep them appealing. Like, see, she's got really big eyes, but they're still just the subtle angle, so it's still there just a little bit. My job, I am a character artist for a company known as Chair Entertainment. We're part of Epic Games. Australia is huge, and there's a lot of countries around Australia. Oh, wait. If you're going to animate the eyes like in a game, but there aren't pure spheres, how would you do so? So we ran into this problem a little bit with Disney Interactive, but what we used, instead of like sphere turning inside the head, we actually did an animated UV. So we still had like a weird shaped eye underneath. It wasn't a sphere, and we just animated the UV texture to turn on some characters. Oh, cool. 3D design. That's awesome. Are you specializing in characters or environment? That's awesome. Well, thanks for joining us from South Korea. How can you make the squared look like the Disney Infinity characters? So the key for like the Disney Infinity characters is it wasn't necessarily a squared look. We just looked for simplified planes. So let's see if I can pull up an example. So the style really wasn't anything that we were copying. It was something that, trying to find one that really could kind of show off that. So maybe with him. So it wasn't a set design thing, but we just try to find like flats. If we could punch a flat edge, like, you know, underneath the arm, we would, around the chest, we would. We were just trying to find appealing facial planes and appealing planes. Like, those rules changed for different characters, like Nick Wilde here that I did. He's got these facial planes here, and his legs inside this plane was there. Around the shoulders, he was even more simplified. But then you get like a character like Chewie, who was sculpted in clay, and then we kind of translated him. So his planes were different, but we just trying to simplify and design the anatomy, not necessarily simplify anything, but just design it like this. Moana, to still have like subtle edges around here, subtle edges around the toes. She's slightly more square around the torso, just simple planes around the face, no details. So there's not really a set philosophy for what it is. Oh, cool. Let me check this out. But that's what we were trying to do, is just design. Oh, cool. So did you do here's my graduation art. Did you do all the artwork in the scene with the kind of the tavern or the blacksmith scene? There's some good lighting in there. Some good textures. It may be a little bit too texture heavy. It's a little hard to kind of focus on one thing. Maybe that's what you could work on this is try to have, I think all the textures look really good. Everything looks like it's really well done, and the models are obviously well done, but everything kind of draws your attention. There's no one focal point. I wonder if you simplify some of the textures or just knock them back a little bit so you can have a set focal point in the composition of some of this. But other than that, everything looks really good. You can tell everything's really modeled very well. I gotta watch this video. Sorry, guys. Did you animate the pixel stuff too? That's cool. Oh, that's fun. That would be cool to see the Overwatch style in Disney Infinity. That would actually be really rad, because like the Overwatch style is awesome. And I think it would translate really well to Disney Infinity, actually. Okay, I've got 1 more minute here. I'm going to save this off, and then we'll just pick up next week, and we'll put clothes on her. Save. But I just want to thank everyone for joining us this week, and from people who are staying up late and waking up early, and yeah, that pixel art, that Lego art is really cool. It's really awesome. So thanks for coming by again. Feel free to check out my new tutorial. I'm going to put it here again, just so you guys can see. I got a shameful plug. So I've got my tutorials here, gumroad.com/redbeard. It's also in the link that's right down here. So this hand tutorial I just released on Monday, and then I'm doing 25% off all my other tutorials. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your questions and hanging out with me. Shameful, I know. So but we'll see you next week. And if you have any questions, send me a message on Facebook or email, and I'll try to get back to you guys. We'll see you. Have a good one, guys.